recorded session. Okay. Basically, it's all about data science and Power Platform. We have tried to cover so many things that has to do with data analytics with Power BI, and also we have tried to cover things about low code development using the Microsoft Power Platform. And it is very essential that these two tools that you have learned, you put them into good use, and also basic in our basic to day life, basic activities in day to day life. We should also apply them. Also, quickly let me share this with us. I think if you're on the general group, I dropped. I think you can see this was the outline I made specifically for this course. Today, what I did was that I followed it such that over the weekend I don't have to have a class tomorrow. Yesterday we discussed the Power Platform and what is left for it, and today we're just discussing on the general IT support and hacks, and also putting a round of a recap to everything we have covered. Majorly, we know that we started from the onboarding session where we moved also to the introduction to data analytics, data world, where we talked about we giving people the value and not just the tool we use, and basic understanding of what data analytics is all about. And also, we also try to cover things that has to do with Power BI, and I covered in a pre-recorded video. I covered in details how you can do your data cleaning with Power Query. Also, we did some visualization in Power BI, and I'm so happy that one of my students also did some works, and it was sent to me last night, which is also very good. And I would still expect every other person to do something like that. Also, we covered things on the local Power Platform, which is the low code. Prior to that, we introduced ourselves to things like the basic introduction to the concept of low code development and Power Platform, and we went to practical sessions by discussing the Power Apps, the Power BI, and the Power Automate all together. Then generally, and on a Saturday session, we talked about the LinkedIn account and some essential tools that helps us in increasing our productivity. Now, these are all the things we have looked at in the course of this course, and I think at this point I would call it a quick wrap up, because in most cases, when you do something like this, you're supposed to get either a quiz or an examination. But I did it in a form of a boot camp, so I'll be issuing out to those who participated fully. Will be getting a boot camp certificate from me. That will be sent to your email address or to you personally on your WhatsApp. Also, about other things and tricks about the hack today. Um, it's majorly we'll be discussing on the ChatGPT. I made mention of it the last time. Mr. Dari, if Mr. Alex, if you're here, we discussed it the other time. Yes, we discussed how to use it and how to go about it. That's a major one that even up till now it's still in vogue, and most people are still using it because it helps you generally to increase your productivity. The last time I was using my mobile phone, so I think currently on my PC, and it would be nice that I let you see how it works here now. Okay, their site always have issue because there's always a huge demand on it. So most of the times you have to reload twice or more to get into the site because it's seriously in need. All you just have to do is ask your question and it gives you the specific answer. In cases I think I even asked some couple of questions before this class where I asked it to give me look at the question here. I said write a cover letter for Gift Ahmed. I gave it my name as a Power Platform developer. Once you do this, what it will do is that it will go ahead and create a custom cover letter for you. This is one good use of the chat GBT. And also, once you get to this point, it's not that you just copy and paste it, but it gives you that flexibility of giving you something to look at and just make some few changes, and before you know it is done. And you can also use that in anywhere you want to use it. Okay, let me put this. I think their network is having some issues. Let's start a new chat. Then I paste in this text as plain text and I go. So what it will do is that it will just give you a summary of the letter and what you should, how you should go about it, and basically everything that has to do with the power, the chat GBT. Once it gives you, see, it's even giving you areas where you can fill in your name and your email address and your years of experience and all of that. This comes handy with the essence of using ChatGPT. Quickly, another one I'll be talking about today is the GitHub account. The GitHub account. The GitHub account is where you put things for your recruiters or for anyone to see that you have been doing some things. Okay, and for you to do that on our onboarding session, I tried to walk us through you registering. This is currently my own account, and let me go into my profile. You can set it up such that anytime recruiters come into your account, they can see that you have been doing some couple of works, some analytics works, and all of that. Now, these are all the tricks you can use to get good recruiters or get yourself a good job in any organization. Take, for instance, somebody just comes into your repo, we call it repository, and you can see that you have been doing a couple of work. They can click on the repo. I have over 30 repos here. Now, repos is more or less like a folder where each session of whatever you do is inside. Okay, now 3 days ago I have a repo that I created called the Power Apps, and I'll be putting all the apps I created maybe for this course or for this course inside this repo. Now, so that anytime somebody comes, you can just make reference to this repo, and then they will be able to get access to the course contents that I used in this class. So that is how you can go. Now I have another one that says Canada immigration. This is an analytics I did earlier this year that has to do with how people immigrate to Canada from the various parts of the world. Now it's a nice repo, and people have been sentiment analysis. These are different repos that I have created on my GitHub. Now it is also very good that you have something like this because it allows people to look at you. Now GitHub also offers what we call the GitHub page. The GitHub page is a single page you can create on your own to bring out things you do. Now, by the right hand side here, I have a GitHub repo called the giftamed.github.io. Now, if I load it up, what if? Okay, sorry for that. Let me try. It's showing. Okay, you just load github.com. This is the environment you see. But if you click on the image icon, you can see where you go to your profile. Once you go to your profile, anyhow you build your profile will be what you will see. This is what I'm trying to. I don't know if you can see it now. I have it linked to my LinkedIn. I have it linked to my LinkedIn account, to my Twitter account, and also I have things that I've been doing, the contributions I've made, the long stacks, and some of the key projects I've worked on. This is the ones I pinned to my. But if you want to see all the projects, you come to repo. Once you click on repositories, now it brings out all the projects. This is the one I'm talking about, the Power Apps. It was created 3 days ago. Now, all the app content, all the things that we discussed for this course, I can create a repo by simply clicking on the new icon at the top here that has the green background. Then once you do that now, okay, let's see. If you do that, it asks you for the name of the repo. It's just like you creating a folder on your system. You can give it a name, then give it a description, then whether you want to make it a public repo or a private repo. But for the private repo, you have to pay some amount to get that. Then you could have a readme. A readme is more or less like describing in details what is inside the folder. But what I wanted to show you is the GitHub pages. Now, if I go back to my profile, if it loads my profile up, and I scroll down, you see where I have a link that says http://giftamed.github.io. This is a custom domain and it is free for you. If you are having a GitHub account, you get that free. Now, once you load it up, I have customized my own to be like this, whereby you can see my introduction to my name and how and what I do. Now these are I major on Power BI. Out of the Power Platform, my major is Power BI, and these are some projects I've worked on. So now if I click on View Projects, yesterday I was talking of the cloud services. When I click on View Project, what it does now is that it brings you to the page that has to do with the report. Now, this is a summary on farm adoption techniques that I have used. Now, it's just like you documenting your things online for your recruiters to see. Now, I think I did this yesterday, the shop ABCD. Now, what it's going to do is that it's going to load the Power BI report, because yesterday, this is the shop ABCD. Now, I brought us to this point yesterday. How you do that is that you click on File. Once you click on File, you can see if you embed report. You click on embed report. Once you click on embed report, you can see website and portal. Okay, once you click on that now, it generates a URL for you. Now this URL is what you copy and paste it in your GitHub and paste it within your GitHub here. Once you do that, so that anytime somebody view it, this is what they see. Now, because this is the URL I imputed there, this is what they see, so that they have access to this dashboard. They can interact with it in real time and see that this dashboard is actually functional. They can interact with it just as they want, instead of just having a PDF format of your report. So it gives them access to interact with your dashboard. Take for instance, I change this to my January now. Everything here goes back to January. I can clear it out and all of that. That's how this one works. So it is very essential you also have something like this. Now, how I did some of these things, I have them in a PDF format, step by step. I dropped some yesterday. I will still be dropping some on the general group, on our group rather, so that you can, at any time you want to get access to some of these things, you can easily get access to it and have access to practice this or do your own at your own convenience. So majorly that's one part I wanted to show you, and also still in the Power BI and in the Power Platform. Okay, for the solutions, rather for the Power Automate solutions. In most cases, in an organization, maybe you are working as a freelancer for any organization or for anybody. you have to build your solution within your Power Platform environment. But after you build it, you have to um, save it and send it to whoever was the requester of that solution. So how do you do such kind of things? I'll be showing you quickly now. I'm loading up my Power Apps Power Automate environment now. Once it loads up, um, I'll show you how you can quickly do that. You so that if somebody asks you to do a solution, it doesn't mean that you always have to consume your solution yourself. Sometimes you do it for people. Now, and once you do that for people, you have to give them the solution. How do you go about that? Take for instance, the last one we did was the class test flow. Now for the class test flow, now take for instance, I want to send you this solution. You are my client. You are the client who I'm supposed to supply this flow to. Now, what I can do is simply to click on this. You come to all my flows, then you see all the flows you have created. Then once you hover over the first one or the second one, you click on this these three dots where it says more command. Once you click on it, you will see where it says export. Now you export it as a zip package. Once you do that, now it will save it as a zip file and it will download it for you. Now that is what you are going to send to the person who you provided this float for. And when the person gets it, the person can easily import back the solution. So let's see why. Let's wait while this tries to export that solution. Then I'll also show you how you can import it back, and we'll call it a day. Let's see. It's trying to load. Okay, while this is going on, if you have any questions or you have any other thing you want to say, you can just say, because today's class is more or less like an interactive class where we just talk about things we have covered so far. Okay, something went wrong. Okay, let's see. Let's just refresh. And another thing I wanted to bring to your notice, during the course of the class, you notice sometimes we have glitch in all of these our flows. It's not because of maybe your system or your network. We are working on what we call the Microsoft Azure Cloud Services. Microsoft platform is built on their Microsoft Azure Cloud Services. So, and sometimes working with some of these cloud services, you notice that you are having some glitch and there's some network, or the server is maybe they have different data centers around the world depending on the data center you are using. I'm very sure if you are in the US and you are using data centers from the US, you won't have much of those glitch. But we in the North Central Africa or the Middle East now that uses the central data, our own data center is located in South Africa. So having been in Nigeria, sometimes I may have glitch in one way or the other. Now that's what I want to bring to your notice. Okay, fine. Now it's yeah. Okay, now you see I clicked on import package. Now what it's asking now is that it's asking that what do you want to save as this package name? Let's just say tests. Okay, class test. That is the package name. The environment, you may just decide to leave it. Then description, you may want to add a description that sorry, I don't know. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, you may want to add a description about flow created or something like that. Just description of what you did in the flow. Now once you do that, you see at the bottom section here you can quickly export. You click on the export, and once you do that, now it it tells you that it is ready for expulsion, and you could see where you have download. In some cases, it will automatically download to your system. That is how you go about that. Now, take for instance, you are doing this flow. How do you now go about um, importing it? Take for instance, this flow has been sent to you. All you have to do is to come back to my flow, and then at the top section here, you can see where it says import. All you just have to do is click on the import. You import as you know, we imported it as a package, not as a solution. You could also import it as a solution, but we are importing as a package. So you click on import as a package. Now it should ask you um, where do you want to get it from on your system. Let's wait for that to load. Okay, now it's already asking me where do I want to get it from on my system. All I just have to do is to select the location where it is on my system, and then I'll hit upload. And once I do that, I have access to that solution. So in a nutshell, that's how to start a flow. Take for instance, you did a flow for somebody, or you did a solution, or this is also applicable in the Power Apps. You can also do the same process for Power Apps. So for instance, you build an app for somebody and you want to give the person, all you just have to do is export it and try to send it to the person, and the person imports it, and the person is good to go with the flow. Basically, that's what I wanted to show you, because it is very essential that you have idea of how these things work. And take for instance, you want to use it in a solution, or yourself as a freelancer. This is how you go about it. Thank you very much. Is there any question? Yes, sir. Okay. I think you said you are good and there's no question. In absence of that, I would call it a day. But nevertheless, you can always chat me up. I understand you are saying something on your exams and all of that. But anytime you have challenges, you can always chat me up, and we'll see if I can put you through any of the recorded session, or if you have challenges. Thank you very much, and do have a nice day, sir.